I'm going to give you two options, okay? So we're going to do what we have been called the funny bar. I think it's otherwise known as the A-lock. And then off the Ghost Escape, we'll do a DARS. They essentially work the same in terms of your setup, okay? So number one thing, the hand that's under the hip has to go to the other side that my feet are on. So if my arms are in standard frames here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump and shoot my hand to that other side, okay? Just as if we were doing the same thing that Professor Rob just showed, right? Now from here, all I'm going to do, if I want to do my DARS, is I'm going to drop my arm to her arm. I'm going to shuck myself out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push on her body and roll myself towards her head. As I do that, my arm comes around her head. I find my bicep and I lock in. From here, I'm going to squeeze my chest into her shoulder and walk myself to her. Okay? And so we have a DARS. One more time. You can also just set this up all the way from here, like saying both my hands are on this side. Okay, so I'm like here and I'm like trying to throw her off, right? I can do that. If I'm just trying to like Ghost Escape, for example, come out and come around, right? But if I need this submission, if I'm here already, right? I just gotta get my hand to this side. So if you're here and here, that's okay. You're already set up. Same principles. I shuck through. I find that head, bring it to me, squeeze in on the carotid on this side, push your shoulder in on this side here. Don't think about bringing your head up on top. Keep your head low onto the side of her body here and just squeeze yourself in. Okay? So that's submission one. Submission two, our A-lock. Again, hand is on this side of her hips, and this arm here is at the steering wheel, okay? I'm either grabbing the shoulder or I can get thumb in. Sometimes if you go thumb in, they know something's coming, okay? So what I'm gonna do to stop her from feeling that it's coming is I'm gonna secretly put it in while I'm going to do the rest of my movement with my body. So from here again, I'm like gonna bump and do my Ghost Escape. So when I do that, guys, here, my thumb comes in, my other arm reaches around her arm. I'm going to grip my forearm or my bicep. I'm pulling my elbows to me, and then I'm rolling back in towards her. When I do that, I do not take my feet to her. I stay perpendicular. I instead think about a log roll. So I'm gonna roll towards the mat and pull everything down towards the mat. Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm applying a lot of pressure into the humerus here. And if I come up more here and push up, I end up with that choke, almost like the paper cutter that Professor Rob just showed, okay? So once more, if everything is here, I'm gonna start trying to bump. Do that, oh, my thumb just snuck in. I bring myself towards her arm, get here, and now I roll back in towards the mat, okay? The more her elbow stays locked in across your body here, the better. Okay, recognize this. If I take too long here, she steps over and mounts me. So this is a quick roll in real life. Okay, I get to my point, I go 1, 2. Okay, and I'm putting a lot of pressure in. Okay, and so make sure you're careful with your partner. If you're doing it right, it's going to feel like their arm's going to explode. Okay. So just be careful, okay? Just tap when you're on top. Don't see how far you can take it, okay? Okay. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Coach, can I see that DARS stroke one more time?
Yes, sir. So I'm here again. I'm gonna bump, get my hand to this side. So as I look to pull myself out, the arm that was on the neck comes over here. So I come around, I grip up, and now I'm just gonna squeeze in. Okay, if I need to, I walk my feet in. Okay? Make sense? All right, anybody else?
Yeah, can I see the A-lock again?
Yes, the A-lock. One more time.
Come on.
So from here, right, same thing. If I need to get my thumb in, I'm going to roll myself towards that arm. Here, don't try to grab it. Here, thinking like, oh, okay, I got it. Okay, you won't be deep enough. I need my forearm going across her bicep. Okay, so I'm going to roll, exaggerate your roll, and reach. Pull everything to you, and then roll down and pull it towards the mat. Right? So I'm thinking about move your arm out. I'm thinking about moving into the mat. Make sense? Okay. Anybody else? Let's try it. 1, 2.